Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, my friends and my fellow gamers? Welcome to my first full day, double stream day of the new week, second week of July, starting up fresh here. Today is Monday, July 9th, 2018. How's everybody? Hope I find you well. Hope everyone is having a good beginning of their week. Okay. And for me, I'm jumping, head first into a full week of new streaming content for you guys. I'm having fun. Cannot wait for the giant amount of variety that we're going to be doing here this week. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and let's talk about that a little bit. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what you guys will be able to expect this coming week, okay? So first off, today, Monday, double streaming day. First gameplay stream for today will be more Persona 5. As you guys know, after a year on hiatus, my Persona 5 playthrough finally resumed last week on Friday. And I had a lot of fun with it, although admittedly, after being away from the game from a year, I was really hoping for more interactive gameplay. I really wanted to do some combat. I really wanted to do a few things in the game. Sadly, it ended up being almost 4 full hours of story exposition, which is great because the story is good. But when people are sitting around for a year waiting for a playthrough to continue, they're hoping for action. And sadly, we didn't really get that action on Friday. Okay? So admittedly, a lot of people showed up for the stream. And a lot of people were like, man, this is kind of boring. And I get that. And I understand that. And it makes sense. Today is going to be the complete and polar opposite. We're ending up the story portion today. We're going to be jumping into the gameplay portion where I'll be able to either go into the new dungeon or I'll be able to go into Mementos, which is the side content grinding, right? Which I haven't done in a while, so I probably going to want to do that. Or I could use the days to do whatever I want. Level up my stats, get new links. In fact, I definitely want to get the Makoto social link maxed out because she's at level 9 and about to hit max level 10, which would make sense to get her, to the max to help out with combat and everything. So, yes, I'm very excited for today's Persona 5 stream. Finally, after a year away, getting back into the main meat of the game. And some people are saying this is the best dungeon of the game. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? Alright, so that's the first gameplay stream, 4+ hours of Persona 5. Based on how Persona 5 does this week, okay, on my streams, is going to determine how much more I play this in the future. Meaning, if people show up, they watch the streams of Persona 5, they, participate by interacting with me and helping out with the gameplay. Since I've been a year away, I'm going to need help. They come out and they support the streams in various ways. Then I will continue to have Persona 5 be a main gameplay stream that I will continue to do, earlier on, the longer 4+ hour streams, okay? If, sadly, it dies out and as usual with JRPGs, people get bored and don't want to see it, then it's going to become more of a nighttime stream kind of a deal where it'll be 2 hours every night, when I play it. So let's see, because I remember when I first played Persona 5 as a new release last year, for the first couple of weeks it was hot and it was able to be played as a first stream, but then the popularity kind of died out over time, and I had to change it up to be the nighttime stream. So let's see how it goes. Let's play it by ear, and then I'll let you know, as the week progresses how stuff goes, okay? Now, later tonight, I will be doing more H1Z1. That's right, the Battle Royale game that's been really good on PS4. I took over a week off from it, almost 2 weeks actually, to basically not let it get stale, because I was playing it every week and it was starting to get a little bit boring. Apparently there's been a big major content update as of late last week where there's new abilities and new stuff in the game now. So I guess we're going to find out tonight firsthand when I play a couple hours of that, alright? So I hope you guys will come back later tonight around 6:30 p.m. Pacific time for H1Z1 to see what's changed. Then tomorrow we are going back to Jak 3. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, after over 5 years of people waiting, the Jak 3 playthrough is happening. It started yesterday. I had a lot of fun with the game, even though admittedly, I was playing it a lot more casually than I have played other games. This last week I played a lot of grueling stuff, including Simpsons Hit and Run, which was a very, very difficult game, and I really had to play it, at a high skill level in order to beat it the way I did in like 4 sessions. And by the time I was done with that game, I was pooped, and I just did not want to play anything at a high level. I just wanted to basically kind of relax. And so when I played Jak 3 yesterday, I admittedly was messing around, was just kind of not taking it too seriously, and I died a ton, but it was good. It was funny. People liked it. And I'm looking forward to more. as tomorrow's main stream, okay? Then, tomorrow night, I'll be returning to the realm of Street Fighter with Street Fighter 3 Third Strike out of the 30th Anniversary Collection. Haven't played this now in several weeks. The last time I played it, the session was absolutely hilarious. Because it was basically a situation where I was playing with a character I know is not good. I was playing with a version of Urian that I'm purposely picking the super art that no one uses because it's not good for tournament play. Yet I was dominating everyone online. It was insane. So I'm really looking forward to another session of this tomorrow night to see how it goes, okay? So, that's tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to actually be doing a session of Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. This is the remaster of a game from 9 years ago, one of the earliest games I ever played on YouTube and the first game I ever reviewed. After playing it a few sessions last week, people were saying it was getting boring, so I am going to keep playing it, but I'm going to do it sparingly. So we're going to be doing a major session of that on Wednesday. Wednesday night, I will be doing more Persona. Alright, so Wednesday night, there will be a Persona 5 stream. I'm curious to see doing Persona 5 as a late-night stream rather than a mainstream, how it does. Okay? Then on Thursday, returning to Jack 3 some more. And you know, if you want the full schedule, check out my weekend preview video, which I put out last night on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. Alright? Give it a look. It has the full schedule up there explaining everything going on this week so you guys will know what to expect on every single day. Alright? Okay, fair enough. So, good stuff coming this week. I'm looking forward to good stuff this week. Big variety. You're going to have fighting games, RPGs, action-based, you know, platforming games. You know, so much variety. I love being a variety streamer. Because for me, every day when I come on stream, I'm doing something different. And it keeps it fresh. And also, it keeps a variety of viewers coming by. You know, today you might be here for Persona 5. But maybe tomorrow, Jack 3's not your cup of tea, but then you come by for Street Fighter. You see what I mean? Like, I love that it's not just one group of people who only like one kind of game, that I get a wide variety of people from all over the globe who come by and check out my stuff because of the variety that I put out. So thank you for that, guys. Thank you very much. Okay? Alrighty then. Okay, so, also coming up this summer, just so you guys know, more than likely, I'll be playing some other cool downtime games that are more like anniversary throwbacks. For example, I'm strongly considering Silent Hill 2. I'm strongly considering Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'm strongly considering maybe a Mass Effect game like Mass Effect 2, among other things. Those aren't the only ones that I have in mind, but in general, you know, it seems like those are the games that over the years people have really clamored to see me either play again or, you know, do as a kind of a throwback anniversary deal during this summer downtime when there's really no new games. Also, the other thing I want to bring up is that, yes, I currently am playing Persona 5, but as soon as I finish with Persona 5, so as soon as Persona 5 wraps up, I'm going to be playing Octopath Traveler on the Switch. This is a hot JRPG that comes out this week. Yes, I'm aware it's a release on Friday, and it's, you know, kind of stinks the timing here because I definitely wanted to wrap up Persona 5 before I jumped into any other major JRPG. So once Persona 5 concludes, we're going to start Octopath, okay? So there you go. Alright, that's really it schedule-wise. Outside of that, really the only thing that I have to say, I want to repeat what I said yesterday, because I realize that sometimes on Sunday streams, you know, not everyone's around. Thanks, guys, so far for, you know, a very good July. The first week of July was great. In fact, my viewership, both on Twitch and on YouTube, was up. Like, everything was up in July. And that's crazy because you think, wow, June, right, would have been a better month. No, actually, things went up in July. So it tells me that the stuff I'm doing is very entertaining to you, despite the fact that there's no new releases, that you guys are really loving the downtime stuff I'm doing. That's a good thing. However, sadly, the negative that goes hand in hand with that is that because I do still rely on YouTube as a source of income, YouTube ad revenue has absolutely fallen out of the bottom and plummeted into the toilet for the summer. Now, it always does this, okay? But the problem is I still need to pay my bills. And right now, things are very tight for me already financially. And with YouTube revenue literally being less than half of what it was the last 2 months, your support on streams is more important than ever, okay? So if you guys like what I do, you know, there are many ways that you can support my efforts to keep doing this daily. And I'm going to talk about those in just a moment, okay? So, if you love my streams, if you love my on-demand YouTube videos, you like everything that I do, and you want to be supportive, the best way to support is to watch. And everyone knows that. Watch the streams, watch the videos on YouTube, right? But if you want to go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer or video watcher, and you want to directly aid my effort to continue doing this every single day full time, all right, then here's what you can do. Allow me to tell you the ways you can help. First off, there's my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidefil. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this month, Patreon saved my butt. And you might be saying, well, what does that mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Patreon used to be a really huge, big chunk of income for me. But this year, as you guys know, I took all the focus kind of off of Patreon and I put it onto my streams. What I did is I took my monthly goals, and they're not based on patron support anymore. Now they're based on how many subs we get here on the channel. All right. That being said, I've seen a big dip in patron support in 2018 because of that. Most people are now focusing on the streams. They're coming over, they're cheering, subbing, tipping, and doing that stuff rather than pledging to Patreon. But because of that, I had a huge dip in patron support. Well, last month, because mostly I would say probably because of the Rageathon event. Remember the Rageathon event where people are going to be nominating and voting on games for this upcoming event for me to rage on? It's going to be a marathon I'm doing in August. Well, we did have a surge in support on Patreon. In fact, I'd say probably, a few $100s worth of extra pledges came in. And it helped tremendously. I'm not exaggerating here. This week, all of my bills cleared. And because Patreon gave me a few hundred extra bucks, I basically covered the bills. I'm still nervous because I'm not getting paid supposedly till tomorrow from YouTube revenue from a couple months ago. And I think I still have a bill or two left to clear. But let me put it this way. Skin of my teeth. And if I didn't get that increase in Patreon income, I would have been screwed. So it kind of is working out because people came out and supported me on Patreon. So I want to say thank you to anyone who did pledge in the month of June. You guys actually saved my butt this week. Okay? You really did. And this is not an exaggeration or anything. Okay? All right. So that being said, thank you to anyone who pledges to my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidefil. If you were a patron of mine last month, I have sent you a private message on patreon.com. All right? And what you need to do is check that message because it's going to tell you what perks you qualified for. And you need to respond to that message with information if I ask for some in order to get you those perks. In particular, people are now, as of last night, nominating games for the upcoming Rageathon event. And I think only 3 or 4 people have posted up so far. But undoubtedly, more and more people are going to be nominating games the rest of this week. And what I'll do is by the end of the week, maybe tell you some of the common games that were nominated. So, very nice, right? Hopefully we'll see what games people are nominating, and I'll give you guys an update, okay? But if you pledge to my Patreon this month, you're going to get in on the next event, which I hope we can qualify for. How do we qualify for the event? Well, we need to hit a certain subscriber level. Right now it's 485 subs. And I'm going to be honest, it kind of stinks because we were over 465 the other day. We were less than 20 subs away from hitting the goal. And then I had my day off on Saturday and then the weekend. And now we're down to 434. So it happens. It fluctuates, right? It goes up and down, up and down. We could definitely hit 485 this month. And if we do, I'm going to be doing the 10 Years of Rage anniversary event where you guys are going to be nominating and voting on your favorite moments from my 10-year history of putting out videos on the internet. It could be your favorite moment in a game playthrough. It could be a moment from a vlog. Everyone remembers my old series that I don't do anymore. Some people have brought that up, that those would be cool to do. But anyway, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon this month, you will be the exclusive group to be able to nominate and then vote on events that will take place during a special event. I'll be watching back your suggestions and live reacting to them on a stream. I've never done anything like this before. I'm doing it in a special celebration of 10 years being a content creator. I think it would be a great event. So please consider, number 1, subscribing to the channel to make that happen. And number 2, becoming a patron if you want to be the people to nominate and vote on those events. All right? Going to be pretty good. All right? Now, there's other things that you get for being a patron. I'm not going to go into massive amounts of detail. I'll just say check it out for yourself. Patreon.com/darksidefil. And thank you to anyone who pledges, because like I said, this month, literally, my butt was saved by patron pledges. No exaggeration. It was the reason why I was able to pay my bills this week. So thank you guys very much for that support, okay? All right, fair enough. Outside of Patreon, you can also check out my Teespring shop, of which you've been probably seeing plugs here on the stream you know, the entirety of the time the pre-stream's been running. My Teespring shop offers many different options for merchandise. All right. So what am I talking about here? Well, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, all kinds of stuff. I think there's pillows and stuff on there. All kinds of merch. Great quality stuff. I can attest to the quality because I own a bunch of it, and I've owned it for over a year, and the shirts have not worn out. The mug I still use on a daily basis and never had a problem with it. It's great stuff. You get a cool collectible if you order something from my Teespring, and I get a commission for everything that's sold. It helps me out. So please give it a look over at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. I'll be honest with you guys. It has been kind of slow. All right. It has been kind of slow in regards to Teespring. But recently, I reinvigorated the shop. There were a few listings of some of the more classic designs, like the DSP Skull design, which I'll show you right now, actually. Hello, everyone. Whoa. My hair's sticking straight up. I actually brushed my hair, and apparently it's sticking up again, so apparently the brush had no effect. But anyway, the Skull design, there it is. The Skull design, one of the oldest, more classic designs on my Teespring that people really love. That's available, you know, right now. It actually wasn't available for a month or two. It had worn out. Okay. Anyway, yeah, thank you for anyone who orders anything. And hopefully you guys can now get the stuff that you want. Like I said, if any of those things have run out, they're now available again. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, what the hell? There's wax. Wax on my Kickstart. Where the hell did wax come from? I have no idea. Get that off. Probably just stuck on it from the store or whatever. Alright, so yes, please check out my Teespring. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Anything you guys buy helps me out, and obviously you get a cool collectible. Alright. Last but certainly not least, if you guys are here live on the stream and you want to interact with me during the stream, you want to get a shout out during the stream, there are 3 ways you could do so. You can either cheer with bits, subscribe to my channel, or you could tip me. If you do any of those 3 methods, you'll be getting a shout out during today's live stream. However, I ask that you abide by a few very quick criteria. Number 1, please be on topic. Please don't try to derail the stream with politics or religion chat or trying to stir up trouble by bringing up negative content creators, people who don't like me, people who are stealing my stuff, people who are insulting me. I don't care about any of that shit. This is a positive gameplay stream where we're here to hang out and have fun and interact, and not to be talking about crap and drama. There's many other streamers who love that shit, and you can go to their streams if that's what you're looking for. That's not what I want on mine, all right? Number 2, please be concise. The shorter you say something, the bigger chance I'm going to read it on stream. Keep in mind that what I read on my stream is completely subjective. Just because you cheer, sub, or tip does not obligate me to read everything. Many times I'll tell you I'm skipping your message because it brings up one of the things that I don't want to address on stream. And please be understanding of that, but thank everyone for your contributions. In general, people get it, and 95% of the time it's fine. You know, there you go. All right. Number two. If you would like to get an animation to play on stream, so in addition to getting your verbal shout out, you'd like a fun animation to play on the stream, there are a few ways you could do that. Either cheer with 50 bits or more in one single cheer, or if you subscribe to the channel and you wait a few minutes for a share button to pop up and you click on that share button, okay? Or if you tip me $5 or more in one single tip. If you do any of those things in one go, you will get a cool on-screen animation that will play, and it will show your message. So either, you know, you're going to get both your visual recognition and verbal recognition for any contribution if you do those. Pretty awesome, right? Also, I do want to call attention to the top of the stream today. As you guys can see, we got the stream stats leaderboard going, where I keep track of things like current amount of subscribers, top cheer, and top tip. I always do this for playthroughs that basically are not too it's not too intrusive. This were an action-based playthrough or a hot new AAA release with a narrative. You know, for example, Detroit Become Human or God of War, I didn't have that. But for, you know, more downtime stuff during the summer, you're going to see the stream stats leaderboard more and more often. All right. So, it's going to be updated during the course of today's gameplay. All right. I'll be checking periodically for subs. All right. And in addition, we're going to be looking for top cheerer and top tipper. So if you're the top cheerer for today or the current top tipper, you will be up there on the screen. So this is cool. Not only will you get recognition on the stream, but also keep in mind this is YouTube videos too. You're going to get recognition both here and on YouTube. Pretty nice, right? And I will be updating that when we get new top cheerers and top tippers during the day. In particular, I don't think we even got a single tip yet so far today. So there's an opportunity for you to get right up there, all right? Now, tipping me is going to help me out the most right now. The reason being, as I told you guys, right now financially everything is incredibly tight and all of my bills are clearing or have cleared. Basically, it takes another 1 to 2 days for me to get paid from my YouTube stuff. So in the next 1 to 2 days, I'm going to have basically $0 in my bank account. Anything you guys tip me helps me out because I can put that directly into the bank account to help clear anything else, any other bills or anything coming up, of which I believe there's 1 or 2, and I'm very nervous right now. So the best way to support me today is tipping me. How do you tip me? 2 different ways. Either check below my stream where there's a button that says Tips Jar. Click on that button, takes you to the Tips Jar page where you can either leave an anonymous tip or your name in a message. Or if you don't see that button, you could just type !tip into the stream chat. It'll bring up a link. Click on that link. It also takes you to the tips page. Any tips are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, everyone, for your contributions. Last but not least, if we hit the subscriber goal this month, as I've already mentioned, we're going to be doing this special 10 Years of Rage event. What benefits do you get if you become a subscriber of the channel? Well, number 1, you get access to all of my emotes here on the channel. Number 2, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them during ad breaks. And number 3, you get a cool chat crown badge showing how long you've been a supporter. So, lots of stuff. Thank you guys very much for any form of support. You guys are awesome. Okay? All right. Let's now jump into thank yous for those of you who have contributed. In fact, first of all, if you guys take a look above the stream chat, what you guys are going to see is the new cheer tracker for the week has begun. It always refreshes Sunday night into Monday. So we're going to have new cheerleaders, top 10 cheerers for the week showing up there. And I will read those out by the end of the pre-stream here. But first, let's get into individual contributions, individual cheers. All right. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to those of you who came by and contributed overnight when I wasn't even live streaming. Some people actually contribute, all right? That being said, thank you to the following people. Holly Woo subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you very much, Holly Woo, for the sub. We had Shadow King 236, who did a 50-bit cheer and said, Phil, the Mega Man X Legacy Collections come out this month. You could maybe do Mega Man X month. Well, here's the thing, Shadow King. Well, that rhymed. Here's the thing, Shadow King. Years and years ago, before I live streamed, I did an entire summer of retro. There are actually several different summer events that I've done over the years. There was one year where I did like Spider-Man and Batman. There was one summer where I did all Grand Theft Auto. There was a summer where I did a summer of retro, and it included games such as Final Fantasy VI, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. All right. But one summer, I basically did Mega Man stuff. All right. I remember I originally one summer did like Mega Man 1 through 6 or something, or 1 through 7. And then one summer I did Mega Man X like 1 through 4 or 5. I don't exactly remember how far specifically I got. Because back then, those collections existed on the PlayStation 2. And back then, I wasn't doing direct capture or live streaming. I was just pointing a camera at the TV. So way back when, you're talking probably 6-7 years ago, who knows, I did play a summer where I did most of the Mega Man X games, at least the earlier ones, which are the retro ones that I love. Now, I am well aware that a new Mega Man Legacy Collection is coming out this summer. However, I really, being honest with you, don't think this would be a good time to do it. Reason being, Mega Man 11 is actually coming out this fall, and I'm nervous that if I were to play a bunch of Mega Man this summer, then when the new Mega Man comes out in the fall, no one would care because everyone's all Mega Man'd out. You know what I mean? Like, it would be like playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, then Grand Theft Auto Vice City a month before the Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. And it would be like, damn, that's just way too much GTA, you know? So that's kind of how I'm feeling. Plus, like I said, I've already played some of those games. So I don't know. I mean, I thank you for the suggestion. I just don't know if Mega Man is what people are going to be interested in this summer. Obviously, I'll think about it, but I don't know necessarily if it's something that people are going to absolutely love or not. All right. Also, shout out to Infinite55, who did a 1,000-bit cheer overnight. Thank you very much, Infinite, for that. I do appreciate that because you have been regularly doing nice cheers overnight, and you definitely got to get credit where credit is due. Great supporter there. Thank you, Infinite. All right. So moving on. Now let's talk about people who have contributed during today's stream. We start off with a goof called Woof, who has resubscribed for the 5th month in a row, and he says, best Persona 5 dungeon music incoming. Yeah, it's funny because when I, on Friday, finally got to the dungeon, and then I had to save because I was already going over my time for streaming. The music started playing. I was like, oh man, this music is good. This is going to be good shit. So I'm actually looking forward to today. I don't know if necessarily if we're going to do the dungeon today or not. I'm thinking we may do more side content with Mementos. And like I said, I definitely want to get Makoto maxed out and a few other things before we maybe hit up the dungeon. But definitely looking forward to it. And it looks like it's going to be... Remember, this is the casino, which is the dungeon that you actually start that game off in before you supposedly get caught. And then the game ends up being like a flashback style game. So I'm excited. I'm excited for today. I hope you guys are too. But thank you, Goof Cold Woof, for a 5-month resub. That is very much appreciated. All right, shout out to Eternal Napalm, who did 100-bit cheers as you are the best streamer on Twitch. Keep up the good work, DSP. Thank you very much, Eternal Napalm. And currently, that is the top cheer of the stream. So let's get Eternal Napalm up on the leaderboard. Oops. 100 bits. Thank you very much. Okay. Very nice. Thank you, Eternal Napalm, for the cheer and for the compliment. Shout out to Game Master Used Phoenix Down, who did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, will you play more survival horror games? I need more survival horror games. Yes. As I said, I am actually considering playing Silent Hill 2 again this summer. Probably after I start wrapping up some of the other retro games I'm playing, like Jak 3. Outside of that, the thing is, I've played the vast majority of big silent survival horror games. I really have. All the high profile, I've played almost every single Silent Hill. I think the only one I haven't played is a game that's hard to play because it's really not available widely on console. I think there may be a Wii version. If that's the case, maybe I could play it on my Wii. Because now I can direct capture from the Wii with HDMI. But outside of that, I think I've played almost every major Silent Hill game. You know, Resident Evil, again, I've played every major Resident Evil game. It's not like it used to be where, oh, Phil never played Code Veronica or he never played Zero. No, I've played all those now. So, I'm not actually sure, you know, what would work out as a playthrough like that. Lord Lamb just suggested, Alan Wake as a throwback. I'll be honest with you, Lord Lamb, I don't think that would be a good idea. Alan Wake was a good game for its time, but even as a new release, I thought the game got very tedious. About halfway through, it was just the same fucking thing. You're always shining the flashlight, attacking the enemy. It got very boring gameplay-wise about halfway through. Kind of lost its originality. And to replay it at this point, I think most people would be bored of it, including me. I mean, it was a very good story at the time, but now that we know the story was really the intriguing part of the game. It was like an interactive Stephen King book in a lot of ways. And now that we know the story, it's kind of like, meh. You know what I mean? So, I would definitely like some suggestions for great survival horror games. If people want to see that during the summer, I'm totally open to it. But, you know, what are games that are readily available as survival horror that are big ones that people would want to see and I haven't played yet? I actually see some people are suggesting Eternal Darkness. I've never played Eternal Darkness. I don't know anything about it. I would need to know, you know, what version, what console is it on, etc. So there you go. Please let me know. I'm always open to feedback, especially, you know, this summer. As I said, right now I'm going to probably have another week to 2 weeks of stuff that I'm doing, but things are going to start to run out, finish up the projects, and then I need more stuff to work on, right? So your suggestions are greatly appreciated, okay? All right, shout out to the Lollipop who says, Phil, sick-ass fan art you've got today. Can you tell us who made them so we can support the guys? Most of the artwork you're seeing on pre-stream today is from a person called Hermano Carl. He's the one who made all the Teespring advertisements as well as the Be Right Back screens. As for the Persona 5 fan art, this is all various people who over the last year and a half made it. Because remember, Persona 5 came out in April of 2017. So some of this fan art is actually from back then. And some of it is new. So I really, individually, I couldn't point out who did what. Because it's been so long in a lot of these cases. But all of this fan art you can find on my forums. It's all on the kingofhate.com forums. People post it up there. For your viewing pleasure, as they say. So go give it a look. And, you know, all the original posters, you know, are there. You can give them credit where credit is due. Okay? Shout out to John Cook, who did a 140-bit cheer. He says, Phil, I love your streams, but why are your chat rules more elaborate? You have a no detractor talk rule. I don't see it apply. Why don't you have rules like no racism, no politics, etc.? Well, first of all, it is applied. The thing is, I can't catch it all the time. You know, sorry, I'm playing a game. I can't keep my eyeballs on the stream chat 24/7 to make sure no one's talking about negative shit like a detractor stuff. And I know that every once in a while it seeps into the stream chat, and usually I tell people to knock it off. All right, but in general, the mods know we're not supposed to be here talking about that shit. This again is a positive, focused stream. It is not about drama. Not about negativity. This is not a stream about other content creators or streamers or negative people. It's about, you know, having a fun, positive stream with me playing a game and sharing that experience with you guys. As for other rules like no racism, no politics, that's just standard. Like on Twitch, racism is not allowed. I don't need to post that up on my channel because it ain't allowed. Everyone knows that. On my pre-streams, I specifically say no talk about politics or religion. So already that is covered. Just because it's not in black and white somewhere, it's definitely covered on every single stream that I do, okay? Anyway, John Cook, what a great name. You are the top cheerer for today. So you get up on the stream stats leaderboard here. Thank you for the cheer. So, 140 bits is the current top cheer. If anyone wants to top that and get on the leaderboard, 141 bits or more, right? Okay, let's keep going. So, Lollipop cheered, and I don't know if his message is serious or not. Basically, he's bringing up my girlfriend. You got to be, careful when you're bringing her up, because she has nothing to do with my content, and, So, I really don't want to discuss that, but yes, things are going well with myself and her. Thank you for the cheer. Let's just say it that way, and then move on, okay? All right, I got an anonymous $2 tip, okay? An anonymous $2 tip. This is the other night I had a dream that Miles Morales' parents found out he was Spider-Man, so they made him get a vasectomy. What are your or chat's interpretations of this dream? What? So, our son is a superhero. Make him get a vasectomy so he cannot reproduce. Huh? My interpretation is that you probably had some, crazy, you had, pizza or something heavy before you went to sleep. I have no idea where that's coming from or what that's supposed to mean. That is a weird-ass dream. I don't know any correlation between being a superhero and not being able to reproduce. It's pretty ridiculous. What on earth? Anyway, I do thank you for the $2 tip. You are the only tipper for today so far, so get up on the leaderboard. As for your dream, you may want to seek professional help. I have no idea where that's coming from. My goodness. Okay, anyway. Okay, anonymous $2 tip up on the board. Thank you very much. What a weird one. That was a weird one. Okay. Continuing on. Shout out to Johto Corgi, who cheers that you should totally do Clock Tower 3 for the PS2. Here's the thing. I've actually heard that, there actually are a lot of, survival horror games over the years on PS1 and PS2 that are classics. And Clock Tower is a series that supposedly is a great series of survival horror. I've never played any game in the Clock Tower series. I actually don't even know what it is. I have no idea what kind of games they even are. Are they more like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, or is it completely different? I have no idea, okay? That being said, from what I'm to understand, it's very hard to play the Clock Tower games because they've never really been readily available digitally. You know what I mean? I want to play Clock Tower. You can't just get it on PSN and play it on your PS3 or your PS4. You would have to go seek out an actual physical copy of the game and then run it on a console. And it's I can't capture from an old school console. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is, I would be very interested in checking out Clock Tower because I've never played it. But I don't know how actively available it would be to play the Clock Tower series. Do you guys know? Let me put it this way. If these games are readily available, I would like to check it out this summer. I absolutely 100% would like to check out Clock Tower. But I don't think they're available. Alright? See what I mean? So, let's see. I mean, let's see how things go this next week or two. Let's see what games I finish up. And then let's start looking at let's seriously start looking at survival horror options. Because if you guys are interested in that, I'm totally down for that. And typically people really like my survival horror playthroughs. Okay? Okay. Fair enough. Alright, Metal Gear Rex cheered and said, would you do a stream naked? I'm kidding. Well, I could do a stream naked. It would also be the final stream I ever do, because I'd be permanently banned, not only from Twitch, but probably I'd be blacklisted everywhere for being naked on the internet. I'm just saying, that's kind of how it works. So, so I don't think that that's going to work out. I don't think that's a good idea, okay? Plus, I'm not an exhibitionist. I'm not too interested in showing off my body to the internet. Let's put it that way. My girl wants to see my body. That's one thing. Everyone else, too bad. All right. Shout out to Manael Manos, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for the subscription, Manael Manos. I appreciate that. Tantamounter did a 50-bit cheer. Good to see you, Tantamounter. Thank you very much for the cheer. I appreciate that very much. Okay. Shout out to YOLO Dopper. YOLO Dopper cheered and said, hey, Phil, lots of massage parlors are currently getting cracked down on in New York City because they offer extra services like happy endings with easy pay or cash. Easy pay. Easy pay. Dude, that's great. Easy pay. Oh, my God. I remember. Oh, my God. Okay. When I was a kid, my mom used to watch the shopping networks all the time. And I don't know. I mean, there was Home Shopping Network. There was QVC. There was like CVN or something. There was like a million of these, okay? And one of them used to have a fucking song. And they would go, easy pay. Take out your checkbook. It's the only way. It's the easy pay. You pay overtime. Blah, 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 blah. It was like this really stupid jingle. So when you say easy pay, I can just, you walk in the parlor. Would you like happy ending on easy pay? Take out the checkbook. It's the only way. Happy ending today. Oh my God. Anyway, certainly not my concern. I've never been to a massage parlor, and I never will. How ridiculous, but there you go. All right. Okay. Oh my God. How ridiculous. All right, moving on. Shout out to Eternal Napalm. Eternal Napalm just cheered 50 bits and says, let's see here. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem is a stellar survival horror game. It was exclusively on the Nintendo GameCube. Okay, that's interesting. It has a 92 Metacritic score and an amazing atmosphere and story. It got overshadowed by Resident Evil 4's release, but it's still fantastic. Well, that is pretty interesting to find out about that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Real quick. Live on the stream. I'm on my phone right now. And I'm going to go to Amazon.com. Alright. And I'm going to type in Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem GameCube. There it is. And I'm going to see, $120. Interesting. 100. I'm not even kidding. Top offer. $111.96. Available on Amazon Prime. I'm going to have to think about that one for a little bit, guys. I'm going to have to think about that one for just a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's not a game I can afford. $120. See what I mean? It says this game... Okay, now I'm looking at... It is available from third-party sellers. See all offers. Holy shit. $55, $60, $63. I think you guys are now kind of seeing the point that I make when it comes to a lot of these old survival horror games. They are incredibly rare. Like, this game sounds good to me. I mean, it's a great survival horror game. I've never played the series. I can now play... By the way, I could now play GameCube games. Okay, because I have my Wii working, and I have a Model 1 Wii that actually emulates GameCube games. If you remember, I just played... what did I just play? Super Mario Sunshine earlier this year, right? And the playthrough was great. The playthrough came out without a hitch. It worked really well. But there you go. Only three used copies available, and the cheapest one is $55. So I think you guys are seeing the point I'm making when it comes to a lot of these survival horror games, like Clock Tower, where you can't get them. You know, they're like so rare and expensive, and they've never been available digitally. Why? Why are they not available digitally? That's what I don't understand. It's so stupid. I always, wondered what is to lose for a company to release Clock Tower or Eternal Darkness digitally on the console when they could just make money. It's like printing money for no effort. I never understood that, but yeah. Another Bunny claims he's seeing more than a dozen copies for $30 on Amazon. Dude, I'm staring at Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem for GameCube, and there's only 3 copies available. So I'm not sure where you live, that Another Bunny, but according to my Amazon, it's saying only 3 people are selling it. One's $54.99, one's $59.95, and one's $63.33. That's all I can see. And they're not new copies. They are used, very good, collectible, very good. I'm looking at all copies. So I don't know what you're talking about that you see others. I can only tell you what I'm seeing on Amazon, you know. There you go. So anyway, I mean, yeah, this is what I mean. I'd love to do more variety of content, but not for $120 for a new copy or $60 for used when there's no guarantee it'll even work, right? Okay. Anyway, thank you for the suggestions. Let's continue. I just went so long here on that one. So Johto Corgi did a 25-bit cheer and said you would need a physical copy for the Clock Tower games. 1 and 2 are point and clicks. 3 is a more survival horror game like Haunting Grounds, no weapon survival game. Huh. So they're very different. They're nothing like classic survival horror like you would think. Like, they're not Resident Evil or anything like that. That's interesting. But as you just said, Johto Corgi, you need physical copies. That's the thing. Even if I have physical copies, I can't capture from PS1 or PS2. I can only capture from a device that's modern, something that does HDMI. Then I can, then I can do it. But I'm not even able to capture. My PS3, I have to do a HDCP pass-through setup to get rid of the copy protection on the HDMI, so I can capture from my PS3. So that's what I mean. I'm pigeonholed a little bit with what I can do when it comes to capturing. So I have to do more modern stuff, and that's why I hate that these classic games were never put on modern consoles for whatever reason. Okay, shout out to Rocket Raccoon, who tipped me $2.01 and says from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs. I don't know what the hell that means. However, Rocket Raccoon is the current top tipper, so let's get you up on the leaderboard. Thank you very much, Rocket Raccoon, for the tip. Appreciate that. You are the top tipper for the day. Well, holy crap, everyone. The Lord Lamb V3 just did a 10,000-bit cheer and said, hello, Phil. How are you today? Well, I am doing well, Lord Lamb. As I said, I am looking forward to more Persona 5 today, considering the fact that we're going to be moving into more action-based gameplay, more actual dungeon combat and crawling, which is what I wanted to do last week. But when we came back, it was 4 freaking hours of story. Finally, we're going to get into more of the meat of the game today, which is good. That's a great thing. But that being said, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Today is really a judgment day to see how does this Persona 5 do again as a mainstream. And if people come out and are supportive, great. If not, it may just be a nighttime stream. However, you just did a 10,000-bit cheer, which is incredibly generous of you. So let's get the Lord Lamb up on the leaderboard. A 10,000-bit cheer. Thank you very much. What a way to start the week. And I seriously doubt anyone's going to beat you for top cheer today. So you are up there on the leaderboard, secured in a nice, safe position, it looks like. But thank you very much, Lord Lamb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Stinkin' Burrows, who did a 55-bit cheer. It said Eternal Darkness Fund. All right, thank you, Stinkin' Burrows, for the cheer. Shout out to Eternal Napalm, who did a 1,200-bit cheer. It says Eternal Darkness Fund. Seems like some people really want me to play Eternal Darkness. Thank you for that, Eternal Napalm. And Rinkdude just did a 750-bit cheer. Thank you guys all for your contributions. All of a sudden, people contributing here. Very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So what I want to do now, I want to check for a sub count and see if we need to update our sub counter. We're at 435 subs. Okay. So, whoops. Oh, I just accidentally got caught up in my headphones. Hold on. I'm going to update the sub counter. We went up by 1. Just to remind you guys, all right, just to remind you, we are going for the sub goal of 485 subs this month. Yes, currently we are far ways off, as subs fluctuate regularly. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, right? We're only a week into the month. With 3 weeks left in July, I do believe we can hit this subs goal realistically. I do want to do this 10-year anniversary special event. I think it would be amazing for the fall. Since, in particular, it actually is September of this year when it is officially my 10th anniversary as a content creator. It would be 10 years ago during September when I played Star Wars The Force Unleashed and did my very first major gameplay video on YouTube. So it would be awesome for that to be the timing of the event. But we need to hit the subs goal, so please consider subbing, my friends, okay? Toxic Toilet Juice. Did a 25-bit cheers, or would you be interested in a donated treadmill? No. If I wanted to, I could work out, but, you know, it is what it is. Right now, I'm a very busy guy, and I have no interest in it. Okay. Yes. Yes, and on a bunny, if you are somehow managing to see $30 copies of Eternal Darkness, please send me the info, because I can't see them. Maybe it's because I was on the mobile version of Amazon on my phone. I have no idea. I'm telling you exactly what I just saw on my phone. Crazed Carnivore just subscribed to the channel for the 8th month in a row with Twitch Prime and said, love your content, dude. Don't ever stop. I'll support you all the way. Thank you very much, Crazed Carnivore. And you know what? An important, or actually a good reminder from Crazed Carnivore here. Twitch Prime. If you are a subscriber to Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription every single month that you can give to your favorite streamer. If I happen to be that streamer, I'd appreciate if you gave that to me, okay? And a reminder that if you do use Twitch Prime, it does not auto-renew. You have to manually, every single month, resubscribe to the person. Therefore, you know, a lot of people don't realize, I just got a message 2 weeks ago from someone who said, man, Phil, I'm a longtime fan of yours, and I completely forgot, you know, to resubscribe. So you should remind your viewers from time to time. So there's your reminder, everybody. Okay. Shout out to Toss Munkas, who did a 245-bit cheer. He said, Phil, there's a glitch in the Microsoft Store. You can buy Darksiders Collection for $40. You get Darksiders 3 and all DLC included, and Darksiders 3 release date is November 27th, leaked. Well, it's not leaked. It is official now. It was announced today. The glitch that you're describing, it's good to know that it exists. However, it sounds to me like it's probably not going to last. If it is a glitch, I doubt they're going to let people get a new game plus all DLCs for $40. I'm just saying, they're probably going to correct that issue. So, but hey, if anyone wants to jump on the store and try to get it for this glitched price, go right ahead. And thanks for the heads up, Tos Monkas. And obviously, thank you, Tos Monkas, for the cheer. I appreciate that. Very nice. All right, so that is, it looks like that's going to wrap it up for the pre-stream. Let me go ahead. Oh, hold on. Howling Wolf Joey just cheered and said, I highly recommend you playing Clock Tower on the Famicom and the PS1, the actual follow-up. However, I don't, and then it cut off. Well, crap. Let's go ahead and let us go ahead and do a shout out to the top 10 cheering contributors so far. I mean, and this is brand fresh new because it just reset overnight, okay? So, shout out to the top 10 cheerers. In 10th place, we've got Johto Corgi. In 9th place, excuse me, we've got a triple tie for 10th place between Johto Corgi, Tantamounter, and the Lollipop. In 7th place, we've got Stinkin' Burrows. In 6th place, John Cook. In 5th place, Tos Monkas. In 4th place, Rink Dude. In 3rd place, Infinite, 55. In 2nd place, Eternal Napalm. And in 1st place, The Lord Lamb V3. Okay? Shout out to Timbo Slice, who just cheers. Microsoft won't let you keep stuff purchased on a glitch. I didn't think so. Especially, because here's the thing. It would be one thing if you could buy it and you could get it right now. I'll give you an example. Remember Dark Souls 3, the whole debacle there where you could go on the Japanese Xbox Live, buy the Japanese version of Dark Souls 3 that came out earlier than the American version. Then you could download it. And then if you switched over to American Xbox Live, it would be the American version. Remember that? You already had the game. They can't take the game off your console once you download it. See what I mean? But for a game that you're pre-ordering coming out in November, yeah, they very much can fix that error. So more than likely, this is not going to be something that's going to stick. Okay. All right. And then we got John Cook cheered. He says, who is the guy who apparently was #1 on the cheering leaderboard, who says he's unknown? Long time, viewer, and he used to be a chat moderator, but this was a guy who, basically, let me put it this way. He kept poking the hornet's nest. He would not listen to reason, no matter how many times I told him, do not mess around with people who obviously don't like me, who make it their personal free time. They take their free time to just deride me, to say negative shit about me, to make up slander about me. He would constantly go to their forums and their areas and argue with them and start shit with them. And because of that, they basically harassed the shit out of him. He harassed the shit out of them. It went back and forth for a long time. And then finally, they accumulated enough stuff. They submitted it to Twitch and said, look what this guy does. And they got him banned from Twitch permanently. And I had nothing to do with it. I tried to intervene and stop him from basically poking the hornet's nest. He would not listen to reason. And he got banned. And there you go. That's why it says unknown or whatever, or anonymous, whatever it says. I don't know what it says. But his account is gone, so therefore you can't even see who his name is because of that. Okay? So there you go. There you go. That's exactly what happened with that guy. I still feel bad to this day because, in my opinion, he was a good guy. He was fun on the streams, and he was a good moderator. He helped us out a lot for a long time, but some people just can't control themselves. I don't know what else to say. He just literally would not listen to reason, and that's that. Okay. And yes, you can be banned for things outside of Twitch if you're not aware. Because John Cook just asked, can you be banned for things outside of Twitch? Yes, you can. You very much can. If people can prove that you're some kind of a negative element elsewhere on the internet, they could ban you from Twitch. This is the new terms of service that were just instituted a few months ago. If you do nasty stuff outside of Twitch, they could ban you from Twitch for nasty stuff, not even on the business. And I know a lot of people think that's very controversial. Undoubtedly it is. And I certainly don't know how many people have actually had this enforced where they were things they did outside of Twitch led them to get banned on Twitch. But it's in the rules, so you kind of agree to those rules if you're going to use Twitch. What else can I say? Yep. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for a very supportive pre-stream. Hope that you had fun. We're now going to end the pre-stream. And we are going to jump into Persona 5. As I said, we're literally at the doorway to the new dungeon. So we're going to walk in, see what it is. And then we're going to decide, do I want to go into this dungeon? Or do I want to go do mementos? Or do I want to do some linking? I definitely want to max out Makoto's link today, no matter what. She's all you need to do is hang out with her one more time. Boom, she hits level 10. She gets her new persona. So that's going to be great to do that. But outside of that, I'm not sure what else to do today. It's going to highly be dependent on what you guys want to see. Because, again, this is an interactive stream, and it's a lot about, what you guys are interested in doing and seeing today. Maybe mementos, because that'll allow me to get back into the combat of the game, being that I've been out of the combat of the game for a year, and I need to remember things like the weaknesses, and remember you gotta do the dialogue options to recruit new personas and shit, and I don't remember any of that. It's like, I really don't remember that. So, we'll see how it goes, okay? Alright, shout out to PS Geek, who just did 100-bit cheers and here have some bits filled. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Popsicolo just said, we're nearing the part of the story where Sai gives Joker a vasectomy. She says, Joker, you're a superhero, and therefore we have to give you a vasectomy. And he gives him a vasectomy right there, live in the game. Live vasectomy operation. It's quite graphic and disturbing. What the fuck? Okay, then. Alrighty, then. Shout out to Moonwalkman94, who just subscribed to the channel for the 2nd month in a row and said, love you, Phil. I've watched you since the good old Heavy Rain times. Falcon Punch, bitch. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much, Moonwalkman, for that resub. I appreciate that. Hold on a second here. Wow, we got 2 resubs and went down a sub. Isn't it funny how Twitch works? I'm not even kidding. We got 2 resubs live on stream, and I went down a sub overall. Ain't that a bitch? Alright. Thank you again, everyone, for your pre-stream support. I think now it is time to end the pre-stream, and it is time for us to jump back into Persona 5. How does that sound for everybody? Sound good? I'm excited. I actually really want to do combat because I have not done combat in this game for a year. I liked the combat, and I remember it was challenging to figure out what to say at the end of the combat, and I don't remember at all. If anyone has remember last year we had that guide where we would figure out what you're supposed to say after you're trying to capture these guys? If anyone could share that with me, it'd be greatly appreciated because I seriously have no recollection of how to do the dialogue properly to recruit these new personas. So, any aid you guys could lend me, I would be greatly appreciated today, okay? Alright, let's end the pre-stream. Let's jump back into Persona 5. Thank you, everyone, and let's get this show on the road. Here we go.